রাজ্য কমিটি থেকে বার করে
in this matter, my lord, I have
seeking for addition of party in this matter.
Which matter?
in the my lord 7907 Ramesh Malik matters, my lord.
My lord,
I have filed.
Other copy I have not been served, my lord.
Yes. My impediment application. I have filed an application for impediment to oppose the writ petition as a respondents. My lord, we preferred appeal against the order dated 10 of October, and the my lord, appeal was disposed of by the order dated 18th of October. My lord, in the order dated 18th of October passed by the Honorable Division Bench, my lord, issued certain directions. My lord, I have gone through your lordship last order dated 30th November. Probably, my lord, that order was not placed before your lordship, because in the order it was specifically made clear that your lordship will consider the orders passed by the other coordinate benches, and your lordship will come to the conclusion whether the publication is in conformity with the rule 8 or not.
Which
Our
publication?
publication of panel.
My lord,
Because your lordship, that order,
my lord,
my lord,
no copy has been served.
your lordship will not hear me, your lordship will not hear them.
how he is aggrieved that panel will be published.
Matter copy has been served, kindly hears me.
My lord,
Kindly, my lord, takes the order.
No
copy served, my lord, how?
Please wait.
It is not allowed.
We are
Please wait. None of the papers are in front
here,
of
yeah,
me.
understood.
If you start raising
Since
your
he's
voice,
taking a
it becomes
technical
difficult.
point. Since he's taking a technical point.
Let me wait. I have heard one matter on the last day.
Yes.
An order was supposed to be passed today. I will pass order today. I'll take up any further application that has come up later on.
My lord, my humble
Get it?
submission would be, as of today, my lord, lordship may, since we are seeking impediment before a lordship,
I'll hear you
and our
separately.
status has been upheld by the Honorable Supreme Court,
I will hear
arising
you.
out of. My humble submission will be, my lord, there is two parts of the writ petition that your lordship is
I
hearing.
will hear you.
My lord, before any order is passed, kindly hears us or
No.
impedes us.
The application was filed earlier. I have heard.
But none of the
Applications,
applications.
we are the,
by
my
the
lord,
order
successful
passed
candidates. My lord,
No,
X
writ
second.
petition,
My lord, we are the successful.
আমাকে do. But writ petition, I'm not kindly go through paragraph up to 8. The writ petition at the instance of 9
Mr. Debormon, I will hear you.
No, but if you before that, if your lordship pass the order, then we will be affected. But that is not in the writ petition. I will challenge the writ petition is not maintainable at the instance.
Very well.
9 who were on the same board with
Hello.
the respondent number 5. The
I will
purport
hear
of the-
They have not participated in the recruitment process.
I will hear you.
Challenge
There
the
is a
recruitment process.
participated.
Very
They have
well.
not participated.
State 2014.
I will
respondent
hear
number
you.
5 was appointed. not
Let
the
the applications come. I will hear you. Whatever is there in front of me, let me decide one by one.
My lord, before
You
that,
cannot
my lord,
come
your
up with
lordship-
the subsequent application and say that the earlier application
My
will
lord,
not
we
be
have
heard.
gone up in.
Our-
My lord,
our appeal has
we
been
have
allowed.
gone up in appeal. We had an intra-court appeal before the Honorable Division Bench, which has been remanded back to your lordships. Now, my lord, pursuant to after it has been remanded, my lord, we have preferred an application saying that our standing has been upheld by the Honorable Supreme Court by the Division Bench.
Hey, Pradeep.
My lord, without hearing us. My lord,
by senior advocate, my lord,
My lord,
that be decided.
that is
first.
that is the application by the candidates in respect
So
of
why are
no.
Why
That is
are you
application.
raising your voice?
I cannot,
will
yes.
hear you separately.
What I'm saying, my lord, before, my lord, there are two parts in the writ petition. One is the CBI aspect. My lord, CBI aspect, nothing is being said. Lordship continues, we don't have anything. The other aspect is touching the selection process. If your lordship is contemplating to pass any of the order touching the selection process, kindly hears us.
Applications were filed by some of the applicants whose selection has been terminated by the board.
We are not there.
Why are
But
you
I have challenged that.
without knowing what is there?
But my lord, well, lordship is taking up the writ petition, so therefore that is the apprehension.
I'm not yet in the writ petition. We are still in the application stage.
If your lordship is not contemplating to pass an order for publication of panel, we will not open our mouth.
Why?
I will
Why?
put it
How they are?
after I finish up with the application.
Yes, after that, yes.
So you all start thinking as to what the court is going to
No,
do without
problem
even
is-
knowing what
problem
the
is
you
that
all
we
are
have-
not there.
We have lost our job once without hearing us. This unprecedented order was passed.
Whatever.
30,000 persons. So that is the apprehension. Apprehension comes to the advocates from the clients, my lord. They are so apprehensive as of today that anything relating to selection process, they are very apprehensive.
Genuine
It's
candidates,
9
nothing will.
and 10. 9 and 10.
Genuine
who are
candidates
there?
are not there
Why
before
are-
the court.
Why are they?
I
so
will show. I
afraid?
will show what genuine candidates.
What is their apprehension?
Well, I am there, my lord. Kali, don't allow me to open the video. Kali, allow me to stop it. I'm not in a position to show.
Already.
I am closing it. Kali, hear me only. I'm sorry. I'm
No,
returning from Jalpaiguri.
You have been heard already and the order is ready and I'm going to deliver it
Oh,
just now.
then I have no problem, my lord. If you want any assistance, my lord, I'm here.
Yes. Very much assistance you have given me on the last occasion and I have heard everything, recorded everything and dismissed both your petitions. Your applications.
Grateful, my lord.
As well as
then I think I've given a proper assistance to my lord.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. Now give me the other application. What is there?
Can 11 is, I have solved, my lord. It can be taken.
Can 11.
Yes.
Has been served, my lord. I will.
Prior to taking up any further cans, let me see the earlier orders, please. You are aggrieved by the direction for publication of result.
I am aggrieved. I am aggrieved because of the fact that the petition is being entertained vis-a-vis this selection process. My humble submission before your lordship is that the petitioners do not have any locus standi to say or to say anything with regard to selection process touching our appointments. First,
Touching your appointment.
yes, there is a prayer for CBI. I am not opposing anything with regard to that. We are not at all concerned. We are concerned with regard to our appointments. The petitioners do not have any standing,
My lord, by your
and
lordship-
before any orders are passed, my humble submission would be we would be necessary parties in view of the fact that we are the successful candidates who have been rendering our services for the last 5 years. So any order that may be contemplated to be passed with regard to the selection process may be prejudicially affecting us
My lord, by your lordship.
and would be causing civil consequences. This is fast.
The court is adjudicating an issue as to whether the selection was made properly or not.
That, my lord's issue is also being considered by the division bench. Same issue, same prayers.
Maybe, but there is a matter before here also,
Yes,
and the court has every right to look into all these
yes,
things and
yes,
get the part,
yes. Not standing on the way.
right?
But before looking, this lordship kindly, whatever is falling from your lordship,
So-
yeah, yes. So that I can know
The
what is.
board is the authority to publish the panel, and you say that it is not required.
It is not required because as of today, the panel doesn't exist.
It existed at some point of time.
It has expired, even the
It
court.
existed in some point of time.
Yes,
Let me see the
but
panel.
the court,
I will see the panel whether it at all
I
existed
will-
or not.
I will
My
my
lord,
lord, cite
kindly call
judgments
for
from
the
my,
affidavit on the last occasion, your
I
lordship.
will,
directed
I'll
the
be
board to
citing
file an
judgments
affidavit.
before your
You
lordship.
have served us the
From
copy.
where
Kindly look
it
at
has
the
been,
affidavit.
it has been held by the Honorable Supreme Court that even the court doesn't have the power to extend or to make alive a
Wow.
panel.
Going to
It
that
is
extent-
not that. my
Moment
lord.
there is a publication, it will be submitted before lordship that as of today there is a publication, so therefore lordship has to
No,
consider the,
no.
let that go in. Let that go in. First,
Uh,
second is that,
Please,
second, my lord,
please,
All are presumptive
Please.
submission.
please.
you do not know what the matter is about. You were not there in the matter from the beginning.
I have gone through the, my lord, writ petition because
you
we
remain
have
with
never
the
been,
writ petition.
served.
Please remain with the writ petition. I
My
want
lord-
to see the panel. Please give the
My
panel.
lord, may I place, my lord, the relevant parts of the writ
Oh,
petition?
sorry, I'm not
Lordship
hearing you.
dismissed,
My lord,
lordship
kindly call
passes
for
any
the-
order.
I want to see
Affidavit.
the panel.
Kindly,
It
kindly
existed
see
at
the
one point of
affidavit
time.
filed by them.
My lord, my
It
humble,
existed at one point of time. It was the panel according to which you have been given appointment.
yes.
I want to see the panel. It cannot sublime. The
But
panel
my humble
must be there.
submission would be lordship can always see the panel.
I will see the
But
panel.
it has to be, it cannot be
will
published
see.
in view of the fact that as of today, the panel doesn't exist.
The existence of panel does
You
not
are
prohibit
going a
publication.
step beyond. That is not the issue
There
before
has
the
to be a
court.
finality, something, somewhere.
Exactly. There has to be a finality and it will be done. Please show me the panel.
My lord, I will before passing any order, my lord, lordship would
I am
kind.
not passing any order. I want to see the panel.
I would, my lord, I will not pray that lordship, I will be placing 2-3 paragraphs of the application and the writ petition. Lordship, I can seize.
I want to see the panel. Why are you standing in the way? The moment you stand, the presumption
A
is that
presumption, I
there is
understand,
no
I
panel.
understand, I understand. Lordship sees it is not there. Yes.
Your clients are already there in service. Do
As
not
of today.
jeopardize their service by opening your mouth too wide. Let me see where the panel is.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you
Panel
get it?
panel must be with the board.
Yes, this is
Yes.
what I want to see. Be happy with the panel. Your name is
Yes.
there. Why should
At
you be
whose
bothered?
instance lordship is
They are
doing?
so brilliant.
At whose instance lordship? This is the adversarial litigation lordship is
They are
taking up.
so brilliant.
They
They
don't
have
have any,
qualified.
they
Why
don't
are they
have any
afraid?
extent all unsuccessful
And they have the
candidates.
locus standi.
Unsuccessful candidates coming and saying,
You are
My lord,
unsuccessful. We are
we
not
have been in
unsuccessful.
the practice for some time.
Mr. Lahiri, I request you,
Acha,
please
then move,
do
please.
not raise your voice.
Move, because of this one.
My lord, being in the practice for some time, my lord,
I have also
but
moved.
that,
Pradeep,
that
Pradeep.
is my lord, service of the application,
affidavit.
service of the application and all.
My lord, my application
The
will
idea
not
is
be
not
kindly
served.
hear.
None of the court has thrown it out.
Is this the panel? Is this the panel?
This is the evidence.
And after the division, last but one order of this.
Where is the panel?
Panel is the board, but today is not the date for production of the panel.
All right.
That's
Yes.
my myself. Look, your lordship passed on order that publication of panel
Yes.
and first publication of panel and the production. The publication so far is
Court
concerned.
being the record is not statutory obliged to publish the
doesn't require publication.
Where is the panel supposed to be? And it will be never made public.
Look, I tell you, lordship, yes, statutory of law.
Yes.
rules.
So the statutory authority are governed and by the commissions of statute do not require any publication of the panel.
What is the panel meant for?
Then for appointment, it doesn't require publication. But I'm on the word publication.
Tell me one thing. An examination is conducted. Certain persons are selected, found to be eligible. You put their names in the panel and you keep the panel with you. You keep the panel with you.
Well, these this is twice selection process.
Yes.
Panel or recommendation list, whatever your option is, whether it is, if you are saying to the respective district primary school council, they published it and proceeded with that.
So they published it.
Well, they in their own way.
You say it was published.
Well, that's the council. Well, more
The council published.
than they published it.
They published. So you must be.
Well, there is no. Well, I am on the point that the law doesn't require.
Did they publish or not?
That's one aspect.
Did they publish or not?
If they publish.
They published. You
So
must
it's not the
be.
requirement of law.
You must be having the panel which we forwarded to the districts. You have it. I want to see those.
That's your lordship.
Yes.
First, I'm addressing all of the requirement of law.
No, don't. Because it has already been published. Had it not been published, you could have said that there is no requirement of publishing. Since it has been published, please do not advance this argument. I want to see the panel.
But I tell you, law. The panel with the blood certainly we can produce, but there should not be any publication of it.
You
Why?
show me if it has been published once, why can it not be published for the second time? What was the requirement in the first occasion?
No requirement, but we publish. That's why I'm trying.
Please, no. Mr. Sanyal, lives of people are concerned, right? It is not that we be so technical that we look with the, we just leaf through the pages of law. You are dealing with public lives, right? Some has got appointment, some may not have, some are eligible, some are not. So let us see what has happened.
That's why submission, the subordinate legislation is the wisdom of the legislature not to publish it.
Please show me the panel since it has been published.
My lord,
Just.
If law doesn't require, can there be a writ of mandamus?
We will see to that. You show me the panel first.
The order of the division bench, why it is.
Well, my application is for chair number 12.
Division bench has said.
What is the affidavit for? What is the affidavit
That order has
for?
been challenged before the Supreme Court, my lord, and it has been rejected.
Because the losses can consider your losses last order.
30th
Yes.
November. 30th November.
Evidently, is
Second
nothing
page.
but excuses for not
Second page.
publishing the panel. My lord, kindly check the rules.
I asked. Division bench in order is there.
Yes, in the rules, there is a publication word, no?
Why are you agree?
For whom you are appearing, Mr. Judge?
Who are you all trying to save, will you say, by not publishing the panel? Who are you all trying to save? What are you trying to protect?
Instead of saving anyone.
Why? Why will you not publish it? You are giving public employment. It is not that you are engaging somebody privately in your house.
The process cannot be by the drawing of the process. Look, this is the way, my lord, that the date panelists we have tried to be made alive for the years.
কত দত্তর একটা জাজমেন্ট
That
আছে
cannot be the process.
Notification issued by the court itself.
And
Which is the division bench judgment that you are relying upon?
That is dated 18th October.
My lord, if your lordship kindly comes to internal page 2,
Yes,
my lord, paragraph 9, my lord.
right.
In so far of the publication of panel is concerned, Mr. Swanshu has submitted that on a number of occasions the panel has been published and there cannot be any further requirement to publish the panel in terms of Rule 8 of the West Bengal Primary Teachers Recruitment Rules 2016. In respect of the recruitment process for the year 2016 and 2022, and it should be 20. Mr. Swanshu has further submitted that in terms of an order passed by the coordinate bench, a panel has been published with breakup of marks. However, the same could not be placed before the learned singleton. My lord, thereof. In view thereof, the directions with regard to publication of panel in terms of Rule 8 shall remain suspended till the learned single judge considers the matter afresh upon consideration of the order passed by the coordinate bench not being and being satisfied for the publication made by the board to the requirement. That means, my lord, that point was urged that there is no requirement for publication of the panel. That they have argued the board that we have already published the panel. The division bench has stated, considered that whether panel has been published and prepared, and upon that satisfaction, pass necessary orders. So on the last occasion, my lord, it was submitted that what was published was the breakup of marks and not the panel. Now, my lord, the panel for two things, publication of the panel and preparation. Panel has been prepared admittedly. They should produce it before your lordship. Now, whether the publication in the website or not, that will be decided by your lordship. First, it should be produced before your lordship to see whether how many persons have been appointed, whether appointments have been given beyond the declared vacancies. My lord, kindly consider.
My lord, may I get one opportunity to place my
He
application?
has
my lord?
not served his application.
I
my lord,
will not
without
have. That
serving.
is my impediment. You have not impeded me.
Not required.
Not
You are
required.
not necessary party.
My leave to appeal is allowed is before division bench. And appeal is the continuous proceeding of the
You have filed
proceeding.
an application, it is
Beyond
your
50
duty to
payment.
come.
My lord, for whom Mr. Tiwari is appearing? Neither he is appearing in.
He has been arrested.
all unsuccessful candidates.
You are unsuccessful, given money and
Scope of
they
the
take it.
division is that 2014. Publication of the panel is that is selection process.
How are they
Again,
agreed?
you are raising your voice.
I'm not.
Listen, please do not raise your voice. As it is, the atmosphere inside the courtroom is pretty heated up. Don't heat it up further. Right? You say unsuccessful candidates. An inquiry was conducted. I do not know whether you are aware or not. And the inquiry, it was revealed that ineligible candidates have been given appointment.
Whom the inquiry has been conducted?
Now, listen, now, I say by the board.
Yes, last time the board report has not been circulated
if the report we have not been granted any opportunity to file an exception to the report, those reports, anything which has been given.
My lord, what is the right? Board is the recommending
Yes.
authority. The recommending authority is stating that
Please.
appointments are illegal.
Not one paragraph.
Report is only
Your
an.
petitioner said that the
And
results
last
of the date.
I have switched on the fans also. I do not know why so many people are over here. Why are these candidates over here? Everything is being live streamed.
Yes, ma'am.
You please request. I do not know whose clients are they. They may please leave. It is becoming difficult to run the court.
My application is there. madam.
I was in a position to hold closed door arguments over here only because of removing this crowd. And especially when the live streaming is on, there is no requirement of these people to stay inside.
My lord, may I submit one thing, my lord? One minute paragraph where they say that they have not participated.
Listen, Mr. Lahiri, there are candidates who have been given appointment. They do not have the requisite qualification. The board has inquired.
94, we are not 94.
So why are you raising your voice?
My humble submission is that
Let the court proceed.
going into a scrutiny, lordship is going into a scrutiny in an adversarial litigation. Moment it is an adversarial litigation, the standings of the writ petitioners have to be seen. The writ petitioners say that it is stated in regard that
This issue has already been settled by the division.
That is, they don't know as to whether they have been successful.
Our allegation is we have not been made qualified because unqualified candidates.
No, they will not allow.
And because of this, my voice will rise and your lordship will say that I am right. Can you see what is being said?
My lord, kindly, what is their locus? They're wasting court's time, my lord.
Yes.
We have lost our job once. We have this.
How is he prejudiced? How is Mr. Lahiri's client's
You
prejudiced
say you have
for
lost your
publication of
job.
the panel?
You should be happy that you are still there in service. There are others who have not been given the job.
They are not deserving.
How you know?
You are the person to decide.
He
You
is
are the person to
don't.
decide.
He is the person to decide.
We are successful candidates.
You please remain happy being successful. Remain happy. Let the authorities see. Let the authorities see whether they are.
He is being successful a crime.
What is a crime?
Process.
What is a crime?
We have persons who have not participated.
If they have come up with clean hand, how are they prejudiced by publication of the panel?
How I am prejudiced that your clients who do not have any standing.
What is their locus? What is their locus? They have got appointment legally, illegally. How are they aggrieved if panel is
Are
public?
you aware that the Supreme Court has entertained this writ petition, has permitted the investigation to
Yes.
continue?
I am not standing in the way of anything. There are
In
two
the course
parties.
of investigation, these things will come up. So you
And
cannot
these-
stand in the way.
These things, yes. And but in respect of SSC matters, things came up before the Honorable Court, and the Honorable Supreme Court has held that these things have to be established on the basis of evidence.
No.
And my lord, the
No.
reports filed, anything,
No.
it's an established law that any report which has been filed to which we have not been granted any opportunity, and the reports per se would be an opinion which is the subject matter to be
No,
proved
no.
before the appropriate
The
court.
report
Okay.
does not
That is a-
cause prejudice to these clients.
She would kindly see that they have not participated in.
As of now, nothing prejudicial has happened to your clients.
This was the same thing
So,
which
it
was
is
said by the analyst.
Your submission is simply not being
I will.
considered by the court.
I have. been
No
appealing-
matter how much you raise your voice.
I understand.
Right?
I,
So,
what I'm
please
saying
don't.
is that in respect of a similar recruitment process with regard to my lord first SLST, we had preferred an application for addition of party. That application for addition of party was dismissed. We went up in appeal. Thereafter, the Honorable Supreme Court, the Supreme Court has recognized our right. So same thing is being done.
My lord,
with
in
the-
SLST, my lord, their appointments were terminated. That's why
No,
yes.
that was-
No, your appointment was terminated.
That was prior to termination was.
That is
So-
regarding OMR sheet publication. That is regarding OMR sheet publication, and
act of the Civil Service Commission case and this fact is completely different. এতক্ষণ ধরে আমি মুখই খুলিনি ভাই। আমি রেড পিটিশনার হয়ে মুখ খুললাম না, তোমরা পার্টি অ্যাড হলে না, সারাদিন বলে গেল।
My lord, in my application, may I get an opportunity to place my case?
As and when your application comes up, you'll
My application
Feel
is
like-
finished, lordship.
let it
We are
be.
in street.
It has not been. Lordship is hearing the all other can up to 11.
প্যানেল পাবলিকেশন করতে হবে।
But my your lordship is not hearing my application.
আরে আমি রেড পিটিশন।
So what of the petition?
রেড পিটিশন। আরে
But
দুটো রেড পিটিশন আছে না?
5 persons filed the petition, select the appointment of the respondent number 5. The respondent number 9, which is their amendment of the petition, they were my lord, acting in collusion with the respondent number 5. All of them, after failing in the state, my lord, they didn't take any steps for the last 4 years. My
My
lord,
lord,
it is their amendments. The writ petitioners along the
are
respondent
there to
number 5
decide.
went to the office of the board. They are the wrongdoer. There should be inquiry against the writ petitioner first. Writ petition number 2 and 3 were also enlisted with the respondent number 5 in the disputed list.
Admitting there is a disputed leads, appointments have been made illegally and panel will not be published. Very good.
That out of 42,000, only 94th has been identified.
I am requesting your learned junior friend not to raise the voice, and you being a senior, you are shouting. When your application-
Your lordship not hearing my cause of action.
You think if you raise your voice, the court will hear you?
No, then
You
your
are
lordship dismiss
handling-
my application.
You are making submission before somebody who is not going to go down if you raise your voice.
Sir, I am also not going to go down for the
Please.
interest of my client. But my application.
That does
is there.
not
Your lordship
mean-
dismiss my application.
Mr. Debormon,
Your lordship
you
hard all
are-
chicken. Your lordship
you
hard all
are
chicken.
here for a long time.
I am all along in this matter.
Yes.
All along in this matter.
Please remain. The court will hear you as and when the matter is taken up.
Not be dismissed.
Your matter will, the court usually do not refuse hearings to anybody. Don't raise your voice. It is not the first time you are appearing before this
Sir,
court.
I don't raise my
Please
voice
don't.
generally, but I am
Please don't.
compelled to do in this
No.
matter. We have already suffered some
If you have suffered,
circumstances.
If you have
Similar
suffered, we will
With your
see to it.
lordship's order,
Please don't raise your voice.
I am not raising my voice. If your lordship hear me, I need not raise my voice.
The midst of the high voltage argument, if I am permitted,
You, will you give something light? Because everything is so very high. You need light things now.
but I have a suggestion, that we douse the flames,
Yes.
The Lahiri and they have submitted, that they are not going into the aspect of the investigation,
Definitely.
which is undertaken by the CBI.
Yes.
So if my lord directs us, we have also made teaser of the panel, directly we can produce,
Do you have the panel?
I can produce it, on a subsequent date,
Because I tell you, a panel was produced. A panel was produced on the last occasion. But that is not in accordance with the rule.
Yes. And not only,
So
17.
that is to be seen. And this is exactly the reason I wanted the panel from the board.
for 2 minutes and just take instructions whether or not
A spiral bounding one was there on the last occasion. Yes.
not only this, my lord, kindly see the
Keep it
board's
clean.
own notification.
They have the panel.
No,
They
no,
have
no.
the panel.
No.
But for
No,
particular
board
cases,
policy is
they
not
have
the panel.
particular
This is not the panel. Board has stated.
You are saying it is a panel.
No, who is saying? It is not even a mere issue.
that there is a public interest. Oh, environment regarding panel. CBI টা তো এসে করছে করুক কেন? আমাদের Mr. Raju, Supreme Court বারবার বলেছেন, we are concerned about the officials and the third parties, not the appointments.
প্যানেল পাবলিশ করবে না, প্যানেল পাবলিশ করলেই তো সব
পাবলিশ করলে তো 32,000 যাবে।
তুমি খেয়ে তো,
স্যার আপনি সার্ভিস রেসপন্সে জানেন প্যানেল পাবলিশ করলে আপনার কি ক্ষতি? লোকে মার্কসটা জানেন।
I am looking at one of the affidavits.
এটা
I am looking at one of the affidavits that you just handed.
7th December, my lord. It is affirmed on 7th
I am
December,
looking at one,
specifically page
Ranjan
9.
Kumar Jha, paragraph number 5, page 10, where you have mentioned that the panel was initially published.
তুমি কোথায় পাবে?
Possibly the voluminous one.
It would be 5W. It would be 5W.
5, page 10, X.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Kindly go through 5W also.
This is exactly what you submitted. I want to see this.
Yes,
That's your not provided content of the court has to say.
yes, yes.
That cannot be an oil. That's why possible. But any application more that should be in the aid of the writ.
Certainly.
Certainly, because it's kind of look at the prayer A and B.
Very. So please,
Then therefore,
please, produce the panels.
Well, kindly be your lordship. Look at the bill. Result. My learned friend also didn't ask for any participation of the fact. Because they knew the law.
My lord, that,
Publish the result.
that situation has not, it was that day. Is that not date?
Even if you can
Can 8 opposing your, yes,
I shall find reply to it.
all right.
The rule one.
Rules there are.
Your affidavit in opposition, he wants to file a reply. So we will look into it on the next occasion.
Can you see one 2 page I would. The rule of the board, rule 2L. Second page. Rule 2L.
Yes,
Panel means a list of names of the eligible and selected candidates for appointment as teacher in primary school, published by the board according to the rules. The rule is 8.
According to the rules. This is definition clause.
Publication.
This is definition clause, explanatory.
By the publication. Board is trying to cover up the issue as it is bigger than a BAPM issue.
Then lordship kindly come to rule 8 to 12.
My lord, in respect of 5X, what board notified, my lord, kindly see board notification, one notification. 29 September,
let me see once.
board own notification. My lord.
Candidates who are not there in the panel has been enlisted.
Yes, my lord, kindly see, I want to read it. In respect of 5X, notification. In compliance with order of the Honorable Justice Abhijit Gangopadhyay, passed on such and such date, they accept that order with can number such and such. West Bengal Board of Primary Education has published breakup of marks of the TET 2014 qualified M-panel candidates against 42,949 and 16,500 vacancies respectively on 28 October 2022. Sorry, 28 November 2022. Upon publication of such list, it has come to the notice of the board that there are errors and anomalies in the published list. Board himself accepted. The next paragraph. Since the board is going to hold the teacher eligibility test 2022 on 11/12/2022 throughout the state, it will take appropriate step for removing such anomalies and or rectifying such errors after 11/12/2022. Further notification in this regard will be uploaded in the board website. So, my lord, they accept in the list itself there is anomalies.
After this publication, was any further
No,
publication?
nothing. We want without error, without any anomaly list, because board himself, this is board notification. They accept the order. This is the stand of the board.
Now, my learned friend is misunderstood the contents of the notification. What is the contents of the notification? He could not understand that.
After
Yes, what is the content? Errors in the list published pursuant to the order passed by court, not the panel.
because that is the board.
My lord, may I submit only one thing, my lord?
This is board notification.
One second.
Teacher makes judgment. Even if an adversary litigation.
Whether at their instance will do or not.
My lord,
What
may I,
is your application for?
My application is for
Let me
action of part.
Let me see the application once.
May I make one submission to the lordship? So applications for
That's
all that. And the writ petition can be allowed and entertained.
Yes.
For my basic submission. Then all the applications can be heard of. If that is not, the lordship do not proceed further. That's my point.
Thing is, a lot of water has flown down the Ganges.
Even they were-
Right. You file applications praying for dismissal of the writ petition. Let it go up to the Supreme Court. Let the Supreme Court decide.
Well, we will come with that
Let the
affidavit.
Supreme Court decide.
Well, we will come with that affidavit, Lordship.
Is it can 11?
Yes.
Yes, yes, I'll hear you. Yes.
My lord, in that can, page 104 is the writ petition. Or may I just place it analogously from the kindly comes first.
This is
Page
application for addition of party
in treatment
Yes.
and for public. Kindly comes to page 62.
in respect of 9 candidates.
In respect of 9 candidates.
They are working.
Yes, working.
Yes. How
Kindly
do you,
comes to
how do you feel that you will be prejudiced if you are not added?
but that I'll show. I'll show to your lord.
Show
I'll
me,
try to show.
otherwise-
I'll try to show.
Otherwise, how will you? How will I entertain your petition?
Yes, I will try to show. They are not they are not respondents. I have not found. We are not parties. Their names are not there in the cost title, which has been uploaded in the Sharthak.
It has been amended. They have been made parties.
Moment we know the cost title, we
Then-
will serve.
Then please serve. You have not served upon.
No,
the
I
other
have served. I
applications
have
not
served, my
been
lord.
served.
My lord, I have only received.
Vis-a-vis, as of today, the respondents do not have any audience. I am seeking impleadment in his writ petition. He is the only party who is required to be served.
I
Even
have-
in spite, I have served the board.
I
Why
have
has he served the board and not the CBI? That means they are in collusion
Because the board is a party.
and CBI is also a party.
But now CBI is we don't know.
Yes.
These are all technical, my lord.
No, not technical.
Lordship is taking technical issues from Mr. Billadal Bhattacharya and Lordship is not taking technical issues from me.
You please serve so that everybody can be heard.
I will only as of today. I will be only addition, my lord. Kindly cease. Kindly allows me
I'll
draw
allow,
your attention to
I
2
will allow you,
lines.
but then serve.
I will serve. my lord.
Yes.
My lord, may I
Well, I
make
will
one
give
humble
it here
submission?
and now, my lord.
My lord, may I make one humble submission?
Served only the board and the petitioner. Nobody else has been
My lord,
served.
it is
May I
it was
make-
not there in the
My lord,
contract.
may I make one humble
was not
submission?
there
My
in
lord?
the
The issue is
Amended.
whether
You
the panel will be
changed.
published or not, my lord.
Supposed to know if we are not
Primarily,
given the
my lord,
That is the reason.
primarily, 94 candidates were appointments were cancelled, and it was the point of the board, my lord, that they were appointed beyond the declared vacancies, my lord. Whether, and this is the point they have taken in their affidavit. Now, my lord, whether those persons have been appointed beyond the vacancies can only be established if the panel is produced before your.
No.
Please produce before your
Submission.
lordship. Before your lordship. Now, they cannot say the court has no power to see the panel. Let it be produced before your lordship first. Thereafter, on the next day, it will be decided whether panel is required to be published. Let it
And
be produced
whose
before your
instance?
lordship.
As who
Let it be
that is my
produced before
contention.
your lordship.
At
For
whose instance?
adjudication
Now,
of
my
the
lord,
issue.
my lord, many things are being said, my lord. May I just?
And my lord, only
My lord,
one
many
thing,
things
kindly
are
have
being
a look.
said with
Division
regard to the
bench
person.
judgment of our court.
It went up to the Supreme Court also,
No,
this order.
no. SLST didn't go.
This
My
has
lord,
not been
state
challenged, it has
adversary
been accepted.
Court can go beyond the pleading.
My lord, I have
That is
relevant
a public interest litigation.
no. My lord, kindly see what is the division bench.
May I?
Pradeep,
No, my lord, one thing, lordship, my lord, kindly sees. When we are being, my lord,
Kindly see, my
our
lord, it is-
candidates
my
are
lord,
being
page
criticized
5.
for being
Page 5.
successful, my lord. Who is the person concerned?
In
who is
adversarial
most of
litigation, court can
these are,
go
my lord,
beyond the pleading.
these are
Court cannot be a mere spectator. Page 5.
do not want initiation of a further recruitment process.
Page 5, paragraph 2 and 3. With regard to SSC camp, you know you are appearing in this matter. In SSC scam matter, you are appearing.
Which is being shown. Let me give an opportunity to.
Mat 1254 2021.
What's the name?
Shandip Prasad.
Sonny Prasad, I didn't appear.
Yes, you are
So I did not appear.
It's a division bench judgment.
Not appear. All these have been interfered by the Honorable Supreme Court.
No. This order has not been interfered by the Supreme Court.
Don't make.
You also don't make them. কি বললো আমাকে অ্যাপিয়ার করছিস বলছিস আমি অ্যাপিয়ার করি
তুই যে এসএসসি সব ম্যাটারই অ্যাপিয়ার করছে
বলে দিলি
আবার বললে হবে না।
যাওয়া যত লোকদের জন্য ধান্দাই আছে।
আর দেখে নিয়েছি দেখে
Appointment after explaining of panel.
My simple question is whether they are saying court has no power to see the panel.
Never.
I am.
court can go beyond pleadings and court can mold relief
I am.
if the constitutional
Let
court
the-
finds anything wrong.
Yes.
It is a settled principle of law by the Supreme Court also.
at the end of the day, who is the real sufferer? My lord, it is being said that persons are waiting there, persons are waiting in the streets, they are agitating. The real sufferers are the silent persons who have not got an opportunity to participate in a newly initiated
My lord, the
recruitment process.
real sufferers are the children, and the children, they are taught by uneducated person.
Wait,
Please.
wait.
Moment the board has come up with a contention that they have appointed candidates more than the notified vacancies, this selection process ends as of today. 2%, it is the right of the persons who did not participate in the TET 2014 or subsequent TETs and who have acquired eligibility criteria to participate after all these things. Say for instance, a person who has acquired eligibility criteria in 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22, they are the real sufferers. Because of these unsuccessful candidates, they are not getting any opportunity to participate in
Because
the
of these
recruitment process.
ineligible candidates, children are being
Moment.
taught illegal.
The Supreme Court is,
You are there in service,
yes,
so don't think about who is suffering.
that is the point I'm
You
saying. They are saying
yourself.
they cannot also say that we are suffering.
You restrict yourself, your submission to
This
what
is the law.
your
This is the law that I'm saying.
your candidates.
As
only.
of
You do not think about others who are not getting the job,
my lord,
right?
moment-
Serve the copy of the application.
I will
We'll
serve,
hear it
I
on
will
the
serve.
next occasion.
I will serve because,
My lord.
but I will also drawing a lordship's kind attention to those judgments which says that moment a selection process, a person who is appointed more than a selection process, a notified vacancy, then the selection process ends. They cannot get any job. And by all these litigations, what they are trying to do is they are trying to create an atmosphere so that the authorities cannot initiate new recruitment process by which thousands of persons, thousands and
Is
lakhs
he
of
advocating
persons
for the
are-
board? Is he advocating for the board? He shows the collusion.
Moment, you are saying something beyond your pleadings. I can also assist the court by showing the
Yes,
law.
court can go beyond pleadings.
Moment he is saying,
Court can go beyond pleadings.
I
of
want
course.
to
Yes,
hear
court
the
can.
I'm
There is a
assisting the
division.
court.
There is a
I'm
division
assisting
bench
the
judgment.
court.
Because
These
you also
judgments
say
have
that.
not been cited before your lordship.
Uh,
These judgments are not being cited before your
an
lordship.
order was passed. An order was passed with a request to you to take up the matter with the government to explore the possibility as to how this impasse can be resolved. Is there any development? There cannot be. On the basis of? Certainly not. Yes. What about the candidates who were found to be unsuccessful? They are parties over here and have crossed the age bar. What's going to happen to them? Will you permit them to sit in the examination?
No, they না age bar, that is a right. এতদিন হয়নি তো proceedings.
Both have been stayed by the Supreme Court.
Twenty 2016 and 2020 are under challenge over here. $2020 is not under challenge.
2000 so many are-
No, because that was the submission.
Well, TET 2014 means 16 and 20 both are challenged.
In my matter, I challenge.
Yes. Very well.
My lord, with it.
That the division bench has already directed. 31st of December, a time has been framed within which investigation is to be done.
That is in respect of ED.
My lord, with deepest respect, my lord.
Whoever, one,
No.
one investigation there has been direction. What will be your submission?
It cannot be clear. 42,000 candidates. এটা বলে।
My lord.
May I give my reply? My lord?
1 minute.
No comments, no comments. আমি নো কমেন্ট বলছি না, আমি কারোরটাই কোনো কমেন্ট করবো না। আমার একটা তো ওর সমস্যা। তো আর মুকুট কাটছি। বলো কি বললাম?
My lord,
বলো,
with
বলো।
GPS.
এক সেকেন্ড, এক সেকেন্ড।
Tell me what will happen to the notice or whatever you have published mentioning that excess candidates have been appointed. What will happen to them? No,
932.
no, not the 96. 96 is apart from those. 96 is the ineligible ones that you have appointed, but those who have been appointed in excess of the sanctioned vacancy, what is going to happen to them?
My lord, with
There is a
GPS
document.
Yes, my lord.
My lord, with GPS respect, my lord, may I submit something, my lord? But copy has been served. But they have filed, they have used their opposition.
Yes.
RTI replies.
There are documents. We can look into the documents.
But
Right.
But all these of argument, this kind of argument, we have heard it before, my lord.
Pradeep,
The
is
candidate-
can it over here? Can it?
In
এখানে
PIL, my lord, one PIL which was pending before this honorable court,
এটা
if this sort of argument was not made there, then things would have been otherwise.
this is scan 9 এই দুটো
Court
হয়ে
was
গেছে, এই দুটো
misguided.
নামিয়ে নিন। 9 and 10 টা হয়ে গেছে তো। This is the order that has been passed in 9 and 10. This is scan 8.
My lord, kindly come to page number 157. I've given list of 6 districts only.
157.
157. RTI reply in respect of only 6 districts, and only in 6 districts, 932 candidates were appointed in excess to the vacancy.
This RTI reply was given by whom?
By the board, man, different DPSCs.
By the board,
Different DPSCs.
DPSCs.
But next, 157 is the compilation, 158 is the individual replies. 158, 159, 160. My lord, the case is not, my lord, my lord,
These are the documents of the council and you say that these are not correct?
my lord,
Yes.
All these have been argued before the division bench.
my lord, with
in the previous round of
I
litigation.
must not say something, but today it is necessary, my lord. In the PIL, if Mr. Gupta was candid enough by saying that the PIL should continue and he should not be dismissed for default, then things would have been otherwise. Whole crime, whole case was put on that day by making a false submission before other division bench, stating that yes, your lordship can take up the matter and dispose of the PIL of other bench. of other bench that was considered by the honorable division bench of this High Court. Set aside that order. Mr. Ratul was also there. Mr. Ratul cannot write or today. And why?
Listen, I can understand.
Now I'm not
troubled.
shouting.
I can understand you all are troubled. Don't raise your voice.
My lord, only one thing, my lord.
We are trying to find out a
My lord,
solution
two
to the whole
things, my lord.
problem.
May I give one suggestion, my lord? The RTI applications which has been produced before your lordship, kindly direct the DPSCs who has given the answer to be appear before your lordship and say whether this is correct or not.
Kindly comes to page number 132.
No, order saying these are wrong.
Well, kindly comes to page 1321 of my application. In the application, my lord, 132.
The question of adversarial litigation has already been settled by the division bench time and again. There are other judgments also. That
Of
court
course
can
not.
go
This is an
beyond the
adversarial
pleadings.
litigation.
Yes, court can go
This is an
beyond in these
adversarial
matters only. It has been settled.
132.
Yes,
Why-
yes, yes. It
why-
is settled by.
Why panel is important? Why?
দেখা judgment দেখা দেখে আসি।
Online, my lord, another matter is being called in courtroom number 34 before, my lord, that has also been. my lord, after
5:30.
5 o'clock,
This
5
clock,
o'clock.
this clock.
5 o'clock, my lord.
This
we'll go
34
another ED matter, my lord. I have to argue, my lord. My learned junior is there, my lord.
My lord,
Mr.
why?
Comrade.
I will require your presence, finish and come.
My lord, I'll be back.
Yes.
My lord, why panel is important? Why we are saying that panel should be published according to
Who are
page
you?
Kindly comes to 132 once.
Who are you?
132, my lord, in place of non-chain candidates.
Please. Stop this practice.
But
A lot
kindly-
of years have gone by. You have attained seniority by this time. Why are you raising your voice?
I'm not, this
See, from-
previous round I
From
didn't.
10:30, this court is sitting and it's 5:30.
Yes, yes, sir. That we understand, that
Now
we are
I have to
discussing.
go back to my chamber. I have to correct all the orders that have been passed.
Yes.
And I'll stay here till at least 8:39.
That, my lord, that we
You
cannot
will
say
finish this
anything.
matter and you will go.
We are- That we cannot say.
My lord, kindly comes to 132, my lord. My lord,
That
kindly
is the reason I want to fix up this matter on Saturdays.
That will be the
Exactly
best
the reason.
Saturdays, my lord, my lord. My lord, Saturdays, my lord,
Otherwise, see, it's not possible.
we don't
This
get
is a
any, my lord.
time-consuming matter.
My
Yes.
lord,
Saturday job.
the cutoff mark is a compilation from the list published by the board. Kindly see general cutoff is 12.779.
Saturday. not
OBC
job.
A is 12.89, 12.971, OBC B 16.416. The cutoff marks of the reserve category is much higher than the general category. When I'm asking the question to myself, where is MRC? Meritorious reserve candidate rules. They should have been in the general category.
No.
Prepared
Totally
as per
misconceived.
today.
Totally misconceived. I have done a matter before a division bench. I have done a matter before a division bench. Just this is totally misconceived submission. I have a specific answer to this.
Wait, now you say the genuinity of these documents are in a question mark. Pages 132 onwards, the entire RTI reply.
RTI reply is 1% on.
Regarding primary. Primary. All right.
There's different issues, man. Not
No. Same prayer is there. I can show. I've annexed.
My lord, I would have to reply. My lord, let me reply, my lord. হ্যাঁ বলো তুমি বলবে না আর কে
Thereafter, man, all. Thereafter.
Yes.
All comes up.
No,
Yes.
that is all right.
How it all began.
let it be
Yes,
produced before your lordship.
the council will certainly produce it. You obtain it from the councils and you can always produce it. That is something different. But the moment you say that these documents are not genuine, but this document was there with you long back.
they file their opposition.
My lord, to this addition of party, they have
Opposition
used an
is fine.
opposition.
By going through this, obviously, otherwise
Opposition has been filed.
Yeah, going through,
How they have dealt
yeah, dealt with in the paragraph. Put it
You
on.
have already filed opposition to this.
They did not use the single paragraph.
He has got so many papers he forgets.
And that same point was involved in the SLP because the Honorable Supreme Court, same documents were denied.
No, 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 no.
No.
Yes.
No.
This I cannot say, I was not there.
Who is he? He is not
Yes, I
standing
can.
as a party. His application has not been moved.
তাহলে
I
তো
am the
root
writ
case.
petitioner. I am the writ petitioner. I am the writ petitioner.
Applications, whatever you all have, please
Yes.
exchange so that those can be heard.
Yes, my lord.
That is different.
Yes, my lord.
And now,
আমাকেই দেখে সব সময় চায়, আমি সব দিয়ে দিই কপি।
what about the investigation?
No, I fail to understand the exuberance of those client to conclude the investigation in a hasty manner. Because we have indicated, we have filed report like a question mark. And not a hasty conclusion or a hasty closure of the investigation will lead to my not various wrongdoers not being left out. I fail to understand or appreciate with this particular submission. This should not ideally come from a statutory body.
My lord, only one thing, my lord. It was submitted by the board.
How long will you all take?
No, SSC,
My lord, not only
longer period of time, SSC, we are almost, we will be indicating that before the
Division bench, wherever it is there.
Yes,
Yes.
we are almost at the closure of the.
What about this?
So this will take time, this is as compared to the SSC ballot, the magnitude is
More.
Huge.
much greater.
My lord, only one thing.
Yes.
SSC is like a river ballot, so it's like a motion. And as ballot, in fact, the addition ballot and appreciation of the back ballot, the chair ballot, the ballot witnesses, materials, everything is different submission being made by a statutory body that directly time bound and chosen immediate ballot. But that, I fail to understand how ballot statutory body can make such ballot. They are not supposed to have any interest in so-called ballot discussion. Is it being made for the purpose of ensuring that the actual wrongdoers, when we are trying
Are shielded.
yes.
My lord, may I give reply to?
Only ballot in 8 of
My lord,
Only one
my lord,
thing.
only one thing.
Where the order was passed for publication of panel sometimes in November or
23rd
October.
23rd November, now to 23rd November.
Was it
2022.
appealed? Was it appealed?
Yes.
My lord, which order passed
You
by
were not there, please. Mr.
23rd
Deva.
Next second.
No.
Next second.
23rd November
We had appealed,
2022.
The question.
Where was it appealed?
My lord, order passed by your lordship.
Yes.
it has been appealed.
For
My lord, I am
direction
telling
of
your lordship, your
publication
lordship
of the panel.
initially passed an order of publication of the panel.
Yes.
That order was appealed against.
Yes.
The order I have produced before your lordship,
Right.
my lord.
Thereafter, it did not go up.
No.
In earlier occasion, which I referred, my lord, that is notification on 23rd November 2022 in in this, both this writ petition, Honorable Justice Obijit Gangopadhyay passed this order and board accept this order, and after acceptance of that order, board issue the notification on 28th.
No, that I have seen.
Yes. My lord. So, my lord, after that notification, nothing happened, my lord. So we want an error-free list. My lord, which
Panel.
they published, my lord. As first they published as part their conduct. Thereafter, we
My lord, only one thing, what has been submitted by learned,
Give a
My
copy
lord.
to your learned friend.
only one thing, my lord.
Give a copy to your learned friend. Please check up, Mr.
My
Biswas.
lord, what has been submitted
My lord,
by Mr. Learned
with
Senior
regard to my
Advocate Mr. Gupta, my lord, only one thing, that court cannot make a parallel investigation, my lord. The CBI, according to CBI, filed a report that 94 candidates' appointment has been illegally made. Board came up with a report and stated that these candidates were appointed beyond declared vacancies. Now, my lord, to determine what is the logical conclusion, these 94 candidates should be terminated, and if it is made within the vacancy, my lord, then eligible candidates should be appointed.
No.
Now the question is whether they have been made beyond notified vacancies on For that, my lord, requirement of production of panel is required. There is a prayer of certiorari, my lord. Court can always invoke the prayer of certiorari and call for the panel by your lordship. So there is no question of parallel investigation for the logical conclusion to take in the matter into a logical ending, my lord. This is required for proper adjudication, my lord. The question of parallel investigation does not arise, my lord.
My lord,
Very well.
with regard to my lord, the submissions made is totally misconceived. Because
minute.
the
I have,
specific,
after this November 2022, has anything been published?
Whatever.
Calculation of what?
My lord, can I record everyone?
Whatever may be the error, has that been published?
Where is the proper list? It last
Yes.
line mentions a list will be published further. Where is that?
Nothing
Yes,
has been
yes.
uploaded.
Yeah.
According to, nothing has been done. But
My lord,
it
only
was
one
supposed
thing,
to-
my lord.
It was supposed to be done.
Yeah.
Please,
My
not
lord,
instruction, I'll record that you will,
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
is to
record
be done, please do it.
my lord, only my lord, the original should be with the board.
Panel,
Signed by the competent authority.
panel should have been prepared by
One
the
minute.
selection committee.
1 minute, 1 minute. Please wait, let him make a submission. If everybody speaks at the same time, the court will not hear, able to hear. Who cannot provide? Who cannot provide?
List was
My lord,
selection committee.
The persons who have been arrested, they are not keeping the records with them. You are the board. Will you not have a record of your own?
Panel is with the board.
Well, as per rule 7,
All said and done, it is you who engaged the agency. Yes, please pass on that document.
as per the rule, panel should have been prepared by the selection committee.
Election committee.
It has to be approved by the board.
They should have been with them. They can easily
Board
publish.
is annexed in my reputation, page number 55.
As tiny sees
না রুলটা আছে রুলটা আছে ওখানে যেটা আছে সেটা দাও।
my lord, I would be, my lord, only adding one thing. Learned senior friend Mr. Gupta has said that a similar prayer is being pending before the honorable division
Not
bench.
similar prayer.
I will just quote his writ petition. Prayer 5, page 40, I have annexed the writ petition, out of which the appeals in the division bench rise.
No, no,
Who
these
direct the authorities to publish a merit list.
I'll tell you, please wait here.
Who direct the authorities to publish a merit list by maintaining full transparency regard date 2014. These are these prayers are there, and subsequent prayers may also be made with regard to publication of panels and subsequent. So therefore, this is my humble submission before your lordship, that everything, entire selection process is being considered by the honorable division bench. It is not
But
that it is not
this-
being considered.
This proceeding is continuing pursuant to the order passed by the Supreme Court.
Yes, I know.
So you cannot say that this has to be held back.
No, I'm not
A
saying.
decision is being
I'm
taken by the
praying for
honorable division
segregation.
bench.
I am praying for segregation.
Right.
CBI part, yes, nothing can be done.
So this is continuing, and you say the investigation part, all these are part of the investigation. The court wants to see as to whether the investigation is being done properly or not. What else is
Court
the
can
court
monitor
doing?
investigation.
That
not-
this is a court monitored
yes,
investigation.
that yes, court is monitoring Court is monitoring the
It is
investigation,
only
but
to ensure whether the investigation is being done properly or not.
yes, I am not standing in the way, but point is that
Huge amount of money has been recovered,
yes,
is in the process of recovery. Very many documents have been recovered. So an investigation is going on, and the way you all are jumping in the matter, it's like stalling the investigation,
no, we are not.
which
That is
the
what
court
I'm
is not going to do.
a fun when I opened. I am saying that I'm not. But
Whatever is being
moment
done
it is in the
in
investigation
the
sphere.
end of the investigation.
Yes, that is
Nothing
what
else.
I'm contention is that moment it is in the investigation sphere, that will be the documents recovered by the investigating agency, which has to be proved before the appropriate criminal court. Those documents, that is what I'm saying, there cannot be any publication
My lord, may I
My
say-
lord, only one
because
thing,
they do
what
not
has
produce
been
the CDs.
the
A CD is not
29th
a public
November
document.
notice, my lord, which your lordship is perusing, this is pursuant to the earlier notification was of 20th November 2022, by which, my lord, the spiral binding which I have shown to your lordship on the earlier occasion was produced. My lord, at the risk of repetition, that was not the panel and it was admitted by the board. This is not the panel. That was the breakup of marks. To that, the board submitted. There is some mistake which till date has not been published. Now the two questions, my lord. That list has to be published, and the panel, my lord, kindly ask them to produce before your lordship. Thereafter, it will be decided whether it can be produced it or not. Whether it will be published or not. Kindly call for the panel records, my lord. Your lordship can under such.
Panel has to be with the board because Rule 9, my lord, specifically says panel after being prepared shall be accorded approval by the board.
Where is that
And
copy?
thereafter it shall be sent to the respective district primary school councils with all necessary papers for appointment.
My simple policy, my lord. Rule 7, selection committee will prepare the panel. As per rule 8, panel will be prepared. And rule 9,
My
board
lord,
will
may I
be-
submit one thing?
So where is the ED's junior?
It is, my
Please
lord,
finish up
he
with
is
this
online.
part
my lord.
and then start with the investigating
My lord,
agencies. Yeah,
Mr. Goswami,
please pin him up.
my lord, may I submit
please.
one thing? May I submit one thing regarding the submission made by learned senior?
My lord, only a second, my lord. Your lordship, when your lordship, the ED's turn will come, my lord. Only one thing, my lord. On the last occasion, the
Am I
stated
audible?
take certain steps. Your lordship has directed to take certain steps, my lord. Against that order, Mr. Abhishek Banerjee preferred an appeal. Such things cannot be done. The division bench stated no.
I'll hear that matter. Only with the board's part, let
My
me
lord,
finish, then I'll
May I
hear it.
clarify two
But
things?
the SLP has been dismissed. Disposed of.
My lord, because board submission is that, my lord, regarding non-publication of panel, my lord, how this matter cropped up, my lord, because this is an court-monitored investigation, my lord's order, and it is upheld up to the Supreme Court, my lord. Now, my lord, in CBI inquiry, it is evolved, not by court board's own volition, 94 candidates, they are illegally appointed. No. CBI and ED both produce the list, and in pursuance of that list, board file a report, which is annexed in today's affidavit, my lord, page number 18, my lord, kindly see. And that report, my lord, regarding 96 candidate, my lord, they just came up with an affidavit that this 96, out of 96, 94 candidates, they are illegally appointed. But regarding ED's list, they are totally mum, my lord.
Does
Regarding,
the ED have a separate list?
yes, my lord, kindly go through the go through this report. So, my lord, the board whole endeavor is that, my lord, to hide everything by
Where is
non-publication.
the ED's list?
Kindly page number 18, my lord.
18
Kindly
of,
turn page number
18
18.
of, 18 of,
Produce করেছে
18 of what?
of today's affidavit.
Today's affidavit
Yes,
that has
ma'am.
been filed.
Yes. And they, how they
Yes,
delete.
West Bengal regarding list
Yes.
of CBI.
Please start from page number 18. Now kindly turn page number 20, my lord.
Yes.
There is two lists, my lord, regarding list of CBI and ED, because my lord will remember that two lists produced. One is CBI and another one is by the ED.
Hmm.
Page number 20, my lord.
Yes.
A report relating to list submitted by Enforcement Directorate. The office of the board also received a list of 2,207 candidates, my lord. This list was provided in terms of the self-same order dated 29th August 2023 of the Honorable Justice, my lords, order, my lord. There are three categories of candidate in the state list. In the first category, name and roll number of the 1894 candidates are mentioned as being suspected selected teacher in 2016 recruitment process. That's why they are jumping, my lord. These people are jumping. That's why, my lord. The second list comprises of 250 names and roll number relating to 2020 recruitment process. This list also comprises of selected teachers whose selection is suspected by the ED. The third list of 63 candidates with their roll number in the 2016-17 recruitment process, 16-17, belong to the additional panel who are also stated to be suspected selected teachers. The board has checked up its record to ascertain this selection and appointment of 2,207 candidates as above mentioned, and the list provided by the ED matched with such record in respect of roll number. So on that day they matched it. Now they say we have no records. Board also verified whether the selection could be suspected as alleged by the agency. On such verification, so they verified, my lord. On such verification, it appears that all the 1894 and the 63 candidates for the recruitment process 16-17 were found to be TET qualified and were also otherwise eligible. My question is that, my lord, if record is not with them, how they verified it? This is report by the board. Now they stated on submission that we have no record. On that day report, they says when ED produced that list, they says we verified it. So this is the act of the board. They wants to hide it. That's the whole endeavor. The ED has not disclosed the reason for which it finds the selection of 2,207 candidates to be suspect based on the condition prescribed in Rule 9 of the Recruitment Rules 2016 as amended up to date. The seized document digital record obtained by the ED from the accused person cannot, from the basis of suspicion in the absence of any evidence in that regard, my lord. So, my lord, when ED give that list, 2,207 candidates, I don't know who are that candidates, but board affidavit says, report says they verified it. I put this question to myself. Verified on basis of what?
Yes, I have followed. I will. They are the writ petitioners. They will suddenly get opportunity.
Madam, let
will,
him serve and come
Your
back.
addition of party application will serve.
Your
Please come.
All these have been decided.
To be successful, going to the office of the board.
My lord, he is an outsider
One
right
point,
now.
my lord.
All these points
One
have been
point, my
decided
lord.
by the division bench.
Yes.
With regard to
Consider.
with
He's an
regard to my
outsider at this
submissions
point
of
of-
Mr.
Affidavit
Dasgupta, my lord, I have a submission, my lord.
filed by
In this,
the Secretary of the West Bengal Board of Primary Education, affirmed on 7th December 2023. Act page 10, paragraph number 5, within bracket X. It has been mentioned that district-wise panels of the recruitment process of 2016 were initially published by the respective district primary school councils, and thereafter, in terms of the judgment passed by a coordinate bench of this court, the board published the merit list of all the empaneled candidates with details including breakup of marks, medium, caste, and category wise. Stop. The same is still available in the website of the appellant board. Stop. The board has denied the allegation of non-publication of the panel. Stop. Paragraph. It has been submitted by the learned advocates representing the petitioners that the district-wise panel, in terms of Rule 8, of the recruitment rules were not published at any point of time. Stop. The panel which has been published is not in accordance with the recruitment rules. Stop. Next. Paragraph, as the board has averred in the affidavit that the panel was published initially, comma, the board is directed to produce the panel, which was allegedly published by the district primary school councils. Stop. Next. The learned advocate representing the board has submitted that as all documents in connection with the recruitment process have been seized by the investigating agencies, the board is not in a position to verify all records. Acha, by the কি বললাম? Start. All documents in connection with the recruitment process, which was with the recruitment agency, have been seized by the investigating agencies. Arrested, and the documents have not been seized. It has been submitted by the learned advocate representing the board that the agency which was conducting the selection process,
My lord, no agency was.
not in a position to forward documents, as most of the persons in the agency have been arrested and are in custody. This is what your submission is. Persons were arrested. What is the persons, they were not in the recruit. What were they doing? What were they doing? What was the agency for? Computerization of what?
Additional party তো আমরা মেনে নিলি তো don't oppose our prayer for it.
For computation of marks.
CBI কে বলে দিচ্ছে
Evaluation of answer scripts, OMR sheets. Acha, তাহলে the agency who were engaged not conducting the selection process, who were engaged for evaluation of the answer scripts of the OMR sheets. This is exactly the term that you use. Evaluation of OMR sheets. ঠিক আছে? Are not in a position to forward the documents. Most of their men have been arrested and are in custody. Right? It has gone down correctly? আচ্ছা, ঠিক আছে। The report in the form of affidavit, which has been filed in court by the West Bengal Board of Primary Education, mentions that the board checked up its records to
Section
ascertain
50
the selection
statements,
and appointment of
we have made
2207
raids to
candidates as mentioned in the list submitted by the Enforcement Directorate. Paragraph. It has been pointed out by the learned advocate representing the petitioners that in the absence of proper records, the board could not have verified and/or ascertained the selection of the said candidates. When were they arrested? This affidavit has been filed very recently. This has been
Let's,
no.
record every submission, my lord, made by.
This is a separate affidavit. This report was filed later on. October. Date C. What is the date?
Record every submission.
This, yes, this report was affirmed after those persons were arrested.
Yes.
My lord,
Take
another
instructions.
thing, my lord, kindly see, my lord. According to the rules, the selection committee shall prepare the panel and the board shall approve. The agency will not approve. Agency will only publish, my lord.
These are all being considered by the division bench.
Next.
Nothing.
Election is subject matter of division bench.
Kindly record the.
The board is directed to upload the notification, upload the error-free list as indicated in the notification published by the West Bengal Board of Primary Education bearing memo number 1995/WBBPE/2022 dated 29th of November 2022. Upload बोलना? Upload in the board's website. Yes. Please. Please, I am not recording because I do not consider this to be recorded. The very well. Any further direction to be given to the board now? Any further direction?
Panel before your lordship.
They are saying that it has to be
That has been
uploaded.
already directed. They'll collect from the district and they will produce.
My lord, no, it has.
Panel is with the board.
Panel is with the board, not with
Well,
the
rule
district order.
says
Rule 6, 7,
Yeah.
8, 9.
9.
Rule 7.
Rule says many things. You are relying upon the rule. Rule doesn't say publication.
अच्छा, एक जिनिस
Kindly report.
जे, as per the, it has been pointed out that as per the recruitment rules, the panel is supposed to be in the custody of the board. Stop. The board has expressed that the board has specifically submitted before this court that the board does not have the custody of the panel, and all documents have been seized by the investigating agencies. Stop. The as there is already a direction for obtaining the panels as were forwarded to the councils. Accordingly, the board shall collect the panels from the respective councils and produce the same before this court on the adjourned date.
In terms of rule 8.
panels in terms of Rule 8 of the recruitment rules. Now the investigating part.
Lordship has
Rule 8
directed,
of the recruitment
my lord,
rules.
while directing, Lordship has recorded list. While directing, uploading, that will be published breakup of marks. Kindly
That
see.
was already published, let that breakup of marks.
That will be breakup of marks.
It reads first paragraph, last line, upon publication of such list. It has
Yes,
come
that
to the
kindly reads
notice.
the third line.
Yes.
Has published breakup of marks of TET
How?
2014
By way of
qualify.
a list.
Yes.
By way of a list.
Yes, that
So
is
it
there in the
a
record
list.
also.
Still in the website.
Yes.
Let us see.
List as recorded. So that is understood.
Yes.
This notification.
Investigating agencies. Yes. Next date. That will be put up in the server. You can see. I'll take up with these investigating agencies and fix up a date. Anybody who stays here, you may leave. Anybody who stays here will get to know the date. Yes, yes. No, he's very thirsty. Leave him. He's very thirsty. Yes. Mr. Bhattacharya.
They're all.
All right.
Here filed a detailed report. Gangopathy also indicating about the arrest whatever has transpired. Last of the arrest was made on the 16th of October 2023, and we are working on it.
You say no tender was published and somebody of the choice has been picked up as the
The board was very amusing that 2012 they had done it. 2012 they did it. We thought to continue with them without calling for it.
all right.
And the software also which was issued, that was admittedly not fulfilled.
Not full.
Not full. And we had indicated in the report that we had filed just after reopening, on the 29th of November. But about the police, the modus operandi of this agency is concerned. Deliberately, a lot of things have been done to ensure that the truth.
But then thereafter, how are you all proceeding? Under the IPC, you all have to take steps.
We are proceeding, they are still in custody, so they must keep in custody.
You cannot keep them in custody for an indefinite period, isn't it? Yes.
Calls for a report, on the return on the adjourned date, we find the status report, containing the updated state. Or whatever has been done.
Now the ED, Mr. Trivedi. Please come this side.
My lord, it's a long thing, my lord, but salient features I'm just telling, my lord.
What thing?
My lord, the CEO of Leaps and Bounds was examined. He came. He handed over 5,500 pages of document. We scrutinized it. Madam Ruchira Banerjee also came. We have taken a number of statements under Section 50, which has brought more incriminating things. Then, my lord, incriminating, we have got it. Then, apart from that, my lord, maybe give a report, my lord, because speaking everything of streamline, my lord, will not be proper in my because I have it, my lord.
No, but then
because my lord will remember, my lord, we are going at a galloping pace and at a war, but the documents which are coming, I can assure my lord that no stone is being left unturned, and we have progressed substantially, my lord.
the volume of the documents
Yes, my lord.
that have been placed before you
Yes, my lord.
indicates that the properties are huge in number. Had there been very small properties, the quantity of the properties, had it been less, then so many documents could not have come.
My lord. I bow down, my lord.
True. Have you all found out what is the source of income by which these documents could have been purchased, taken on lease, or whatever?
My lord.
What is the
All the
source
doc-
of income?
All the documents, my lord, documents which have been submitted by them are not these title deeds or details of property. There are various documents with regard to the money which has come, the manufacturing which the company was doing, and it's galore, my lord. So, my lord, what I am humbly submitting, because, my lord, I have all answers to my whatever is falling, my lord, but live streaming, my lord, because we are going at a galloping speed, and tomorrow, my lord, it will be on the newspaper, my lord. So, my lord, what I'm humbly submitting, the report is there, my lord, over here, my lord. Then again, it will be deleted because I don't want to keep it on my mobile. If my lord so deems fit and proper under a seal cover for my lord's perusal, my lord, we will submit it because it is there, my lord. So, if my
But,
lord so wants, my lord, by tomorrow morning, my lord, I in a sealed cover, my officer will come and we'll just for my lord's, so that my
Yes.
lord can have a look, because my lord, it's huge. My lord,
And,
my lord telling.
have you all found out the answer to the query put by the court? Where is the source of money?
My lord, we have. My lord, we have.
Because the law permits you, because that is the primary thing that you have to see.
My lord, as far as source of money, my lord, we are on the proceeds of crime. We are on proceeds of crime, my lord. CBI is investigating the predicate offense. We are on proceeds of crime, and wherever we find that whatever amount which we are seeing over there, either seized, either attached, or, my lord, on paper and pen, where it has been parked and whether it's proceed of crime or not. And we are investigating on that aspect, my lord, and we will, my lord, file a report on that
A
aspect.
circular was published by the ED.
My lord,
Section 5 of PMLA
my lord.
mentions where the director or any other officer not below the rank of the deputy director,
My lord.
for the purpose of this section, has reason to believe on the materials in his possession that any person is in possession of the proceeds of crime,
My lord.
just what you said,
Yes, my lord.
or any proceed of crime is likely to be concealed,
My lord.
transferred, or dealt with in any manner which may result in frustrating the proceeding relating to confiscation of such proceeds of the crime, may by order in writing provisionally attach such property. With such huge number of properties that were produced before me in a sealed cover,
My lord.
do you not think that there are chances of these properties being transferred, sold off, so that the entire proceeding gets frustrated? If anything happens in the meantime, say it's sold.
My lord.
So you'll run after.
My lord is on the third party interest being created, and unnecessarily, my lord, may we come, my lord, I will, may we file a report, my lord, tomorrow, my lord. My lord, I have got all the answers, my lord, I assure, my lord, that sealed cover report, my lord, may not keep it on the list, my lord, we will hand it over to my lord's office.
At the time of proceeding with the investigation,
Yes, my lord.
let all these details be looked into.
My lord, we are looking into, my lord.
You say yes,
My lord,
but then I do not see anything.
my lord, my lord, less said the better.
List of properties that has been produced, and all the properties are after more or less 2014 onwards. Most of them. Within such short span of time, the amount of property that one could get hold of. And in the meantime, this recruitment process also took place. The reason, the connection the money trail, what you are exactly supposed to do.
We are doing that. My lord, we as an officer of my lord, when my lord will see that report, my lord will keep it and we'll answer. But my lord, because it's a huge report, voluminous report, my lord, which we have already prepared.
Now, since 5,000 pages have been given to you, please don't pass it on to the court.
My lord, these are salient features, my lord, what we have, my lord, not only 5,500 pages, my lord, there are so many other things. We are recording section 50 statements. We have made raids to so many properties. Certain attachments have taken place. So more and so forth. So therefore, my lord, what I am humbly submitting is going, because we are streaming live, my lord, and investigation is going on. With regard to,
Nobody-
my lord, therefore, my lord, we want to submit it in a sealed cover before my lord.
Please come. CBI tomorrow? ED says tomorrow. Then tomorrow let your report come.
Report আমাদের একটা 35 my lord we have but 30 ওইটা বলছি না জানি না 31 এর মধ্যে শেষ হবে কি হবে তারপর একদম my lord
Yes.
we are moving my lord 31st of December
Is
the
the
deadline my lord.
outer limit. That is the reason I wanted to point this out to you,
My lord, you
not
must
for any
have-
other reason.
my lord I know my lord but my lord we are moving my lord I will get information my lord till 31st my lord we are trying to complete it my lord. But my lord, because everything it is unfolding into many folds, and my lord, the report comes before my lord, then my lord will kindly see it that we have made substantial progress, my lord.
You produce the report tomorrow, we'll see.
Lord,
what
may we come day after tomorrow, my lord?
Day after tomorrow, very well, Thursday.
চারটে 15 আগে তো হবে না তোমার আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে আগে বলুন হ্যাঁ
Learned
my lord,
counsel
on that day, my lord, I am
representing-
just supposed to file a report, my lord. My learned counterpart is not required because he is in personal difficulty on that. My lord, normally the matters are taken at 4:15.
Learned counsel representing the Enforcement Directorate seeks time to file the report in support of the investigation that is being made. Stop. On the prayer of the learned counsel, let the report in a sealed cover be placed before this court on 14th of December, you say? Today is 12th,
Thursday, my lord.
Thursday is 14th. Will you file a report on that day also? Next week.
My lord, then both let it be kept on next week only, my lord, subject to my lord's.
Because the investigations are separate.
My lord, they are separate, my lord, but
They
also
are-
intertwined also.
They are
Predicate
intertwined.
offense and my lord, we are
Yes, yes,
intertwined also.
intertwined, but then you all are proceeding
Yes, my lord. Yeah,
separately. Let
My-
us see if required, you can always come up in the next week also.
my lord.
14th. 14th. The learned advocate representing the CBI seeks a week's time to file a report. Stop. Next. The CBI may file the report on the 20th, 20. So what about the board? When will the board, they has to list on 20th? And 14th, it will appear as to be mentioned only for filing the report.
My lord, I shall.
And 14th December to be mentioned and 20th December for the report to be filed by the CBI and for the board for acting in compliance of the direction passed today.
My lord, copies of application whichever has been filed, my lord.
Copy of the applications that have been filed seeking addition of parties be circulated amongst the parties. We'll take it up when? When will the applications be taken up? Applications for addition of party.
January, my lord.
January.
Yes. When are the matters being fixed?
This is only for the investigation and the board, not for y'all. Day after tomorrow is for the ED,
Yes.
because there are so many parts to it. Everything cannot be taken up at the same time. No, you say it's January, so I'll keep it in January.
Doesn't take.
I didn't get sufficient.
He doesn't take.
Save our effort, nothing else. Regarding investigation, inquiry, we have nothing to.
My lord,
say.
presently their
Let me
appointments are
calculate
protected
and
by order of the division bench. There is no such urgency. Their appointments are protected by the order of the division bench.
Allow anybody to speak.
Let us serve fast, sir.
When I raise my voice, Roshu would say that I have become senior.